Hi everyone, welcome back to Graceful Beauty. My name is Sherry and today I wanted to share with you a skincare routine, a very easy skincare routine, but one that you do not even have to shop for online. This is a skincare routine of skincare products that you can just walk into your local drugstore, whether it be Walmart or Walgreens or CVS or Sally Beauty or wherever you like to shop for skincare, for affordable skincare. The reason I wanted to share this video is because I have a lot of subscribers and even friends or family members who they actually don't enjoy shopping online. They just like to walk into their local drugstore and pick up whatever products that they need, whether it be skincare or makeup. I personally love shopping online, but I thought I would do something a little bit different to help out those of you who do not want to shop online, but you just want to go straight to your drugstore and find some good quality, affordable skincare products. Before we get started, if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, but you would like to be, don't forget to look down below and tap on that subscribe button. So let's start with our morning routine. In the morning, I like to start by cleansing my face. Now for reference, I do have normal to sometimes oily skin in my T-zone, but this is a really good cleanser that I've used for, I don't know, 10, 15 years by CeraVe. This is their foaming face cleanser. It's not really foaming like how a lot of other foaming cleansers are stripping, but this is really good for normal to oily skin. They also have one that's more hydrating if you have more dry skin. Another one that's really good if you have dry skin, I don't like it for my skin, is the Cetaphil face cleanser. It's just a basic cleanser, but it's something affordable you can pick up in the drugstore. A lot of people ask, do you even have to wash your face in the morning? Personally, I like to wash my face every single morning, but if splashing your face with water is good enough for you, then do so. So after I cleanse my face in the morning, I like to use some sort of an antioxidant serum, whether it be a vitamin C serum or a niacinamide serum. There are tons on the market, but these are some that I like from the drugstore. Now there are a couple vitamin C serums that you can get at your drugstore. I have not tried them, and the reason why is because I didn't like the ingredients for my skin. The CeraVe one, I think it had the drying alcohol pretty high up in the ingredients, and so I just try to avoid that. And then there's the L'Oreal vitamin C serum, which I think looks really good, except there's one ingredient in there that I personally avoid since I am also acne prone. I can't say that that ingredient will cause you to break out, but for me, I just try to avoid it. But if you don't have acne prone skin and you do want to try a drugstore vitamin C serum, I think the L'Oreal one would be nice. But these are two serums that I like to use in the morning, and I also use these in the evening for hydration and to add some antioxidants. This one right here is a nice antioxidant serum that I like from the drugstore, and this is by Olay. This is their B3 and peptide serum. I like that it's in this little dropper. I would prefer it to just be in an airless pump because that's easier for me, but this is, you know, fine. And it's kind of just like a milky, it's a little bit thicker than water, but it soaks in so well and it doesn't feel like you have anything on your skin, but then your skin really plumps up. And it has niacinamide pretty high up in the ingredients, and it also has a couple different peptides and then some more hydrating ingredients. So this is really good if you have dry skin, normal skin. If you have oily skin, this is really good. Also, everyone needs hydration, no matter what your skin type is. It's really good to help plump up those fine lines and wrinkles. It's like I always talk about a dry sponge. When you put a dry sponge in water, how it just kind of swells up. That's basically what this helps do for your skin. And one thing that niacinamide does, niacinamide is really good for your pore health. So if you suffer from large pores, not necessarily if you have like blackheads and a bunch of dirt and oil in your pores, there's another product that you might want to try for that, which I can link that down below. But if you just look in the mirror and you feel like, you know, you don't have blackheads, but you don't like the look of your pores. They just kind of seem stretched out and your skin just has like a dull appearance. That's what niacinamide is really good for. Niacinamide really helps to make your pores look smaller, but it's also really good for brightening, and it's really good for the skin barrier. Another serum I was really surprised that I liked, because just to be honest, I don't love a lot of Physicians Formula skincare products because they have so much fragrance in them, but I really liked the ingredients in this for a good hydrating, affordable drugstore serum. This is their Skin Booster Vitamin Shot. It's such a pretty little bottle here. Just looks like something you'd want to leave out on your counter. This is kind of like a gel-like texture, and it's got these little hyaluronic acid beads in it. It's not moisturizing, not greasy at all. It's basically like giving your skin a drink of vitamin water, basically. It has niacinamide, which I believe is the third ingredient in here. It has licorice, which is really good for brightening. It has collagen. It has panthenol. It has glycerin. I was pretty impressed with this. This is a nice little hydrating booster. So I've been using this all over my face and on my neck and my chest. This is really good for those of you with that dry winter skin and you need something to help plump up those wrinkles. And since it's a booster, if you want, you could just add a little bit to your moisturizer, and then your moisturizer will kind of help lock everything in. So this was one that I really like from the drugstore. And you don't need to layer on 20 different products. I mean, I know I do in a lot of my videos because I really enjoy a skincare routine where I'm just piling on a bunch of products, but I talk about this in many other videos that our skin is like a sponge and it can only absorb so many products. So if you have a 25-step skincare routine, you're just really wasting money because truly your skin is not absorbing all of those products. So just pick a couple products that you like for your skin. Another question you guys often ask is, well, when does this serum go on, or when does this cream go on? I like to layer my products in order, usually of thinnest to thickest. So after I cleanse my face, say I'm going to put 2 serums on and then I'm going to do my moisturizer or sunscreen, whatever serum is the thinnest. So if it's a more watery texture, that goes on first. If it's a little bit thicker, that goes on next. And then if I'm going to put a moisturizer on, of course, that would go after a serum. And then your sunscreen is always the last step of your skincare routine, no matter if it's thicker than your cream or thinner than your cream. Hopefully that helps you out so you can kind of decide how you want to layer your products. One more thing I wanted to mention, I'm not even necessarily talking about products you could get, say, at Ulta, because I know an Ulta for some people is like 2-3 hours away. So you rely on your Walgreens or your CVS or your Walmart or even a Sally Beauty to get your skincare products. So I know that The Ordinary is now sold at Ulta, and yes, The Ordinary has some products that I do like. I don't like all of them. There's a few that I do like, and they are extremely affordable. But for the most part, you have to order those online. So if you are thinking, wait, why isn't she talking about how affordable The Ordinary or Good Molecules or all these other new products that have come out that are super, super affordable? I'm not mentioning those in this video because this video is specifically for those people who want to just walk into the most convenient type of drugstore to pick up their skincare products. Okay, so let's talk eye creams now. Eye cream, it's not really a necessary step, but for me it is completely necessary because I actually don't use a separate face cream or moisturizer every single day, but the skin under my eyes is completely different than the skin on the rest of my face. Now I have a few favorite eye creams, which I talk about them in many of my videos, but they're not necessarily affordable and you can't just walk in your drugstore and pick those up. So I want to talk about 2 drugstore eye creams that I absolutely am in love with. This is one by CeraVe. I've used this for many years. This is a really nice hydrating and moisturizing eye cream. It also has niacinamide in it, which is amazing for the brightening and, you know, just for the overall skin health. It is loaded with ceramides, as all CeraVe products are, which is also really good for the skin barrier. It is fragrance free, it is not greasy, it looks beautiful under makeup. This is just an all-around really nice drugstore eye cream. It feels luxurious when you have it on, and it is very hydrating, but it's also very moisturizing. So all of that, the good ingredients that are in there, the ceramides kind of help to seal it all in so your under eyes are protected. This is perfect for the winter time too. But this eye cream right here by Hada Labo, I can't believe I didn't try this eye cream sooner. Now, most of my eye creams that are my absolute faves, they are more expensive, but I would put this up there with my pricey eye creams. This is one that I know I will continue to repurchase over and over and over. So this has urea in it, pretty high up. I think it might be the second ingredient. And no, urea, this is not urine that's in it. This is a synthetic form of urea. But this is really good just to soften the skin. But it also has the ability to slightly exfoliate, but not exfoliate to where your skin is left dry or irritated. It's just an all-around amazing ingredient, especially if you have dry skin. I think that you might absolutely love this. If you feel like your under eye is like crepey or you're just looking and you don't like those fine lines, you do not need to spend a ton of money on a separate eye product. This one, when I wake up in the morning, it's like, I cannot believe how beautiful and hydrated. That's one thing with this. My under eye skin is still hydrated and super soft when I wake up the next morning after using this eye cream. But it also has caffeine in it, which I love. So that's great if you wake up and you have that puffiness under your eyes. So I like to kind of do just a light little massage, you know, when I'm putting it on my under eyes. It also has hyaluronic acid and collagen in it. And it's also fragrance free, which I think is really important, especially for around the eye area. But if you're thinking you want to try maybe just one thing that I talk about in this video, out of everything I shared today, this is the one product that has completely blown my mind, and I'm obsessed with what it does for my under eye area. I'll just put a little bit on now. I already have my sunscreen and everything on, but I'll add some more of that later. But I just want to show you how pretty this is. So I just put a smidgy on my finger here. Let me try to zoom in. And I just lightly pat. I use any finger. I know they say use this one, but whatever. I use any finger. I just try to be really light with it. And this is really nice like for the eye bags when I do these like little eye massages, and I'll go all the way around. I don't get it on the eyelid here, but I'll go right up underneath my brow bone. You know how baby skin is just healthy and plump and it's just so super soft, but it's not greasy. And that's what this does when it soaks in. So now that we've cleansed our face, we've used our serums, we've put on an eye cream, you might want to use a moisturizer on your face. I don't always use a moisturizer on my face. Some days I do, some days I don't. It just depends on if I feel like I need that moisture. Like I said, everyone needs hydration, and that's why I always use hydrating serums. But I don't always need a moisturizer, but some people do. This has been one of my all-time favorite face moisturizers for many, many years. Whether my skin's normal, whether it's feeling dry, whether it's feeling oily, this has just been a go-to drugstore favorite of mine, but they've reformulated it, and I'd stopped using it for a while, and I just wasn't too thrilled with it because it had a few different parabens in it. But then I was in Walmart and I was looking at the ingredients and I noticed they took parabens out of it. So I've been using this one again and I love it just like I used to. This one has glycerin, it has niacinamide, it has hyaluronic acid, it has the ceramides to lock everything in to protect your skin barrier. This is just a really nice moisturizer. Now it's called their PM formula, but I use this AM and PM because I use a separate sunscreen. I don't like their AM version. It has chemical UV filters in it. I used to use it many, many years ago. I used it for a couple years. And it does work as a sunscreen, but I just try to avoid the chemical UV filters in my sunscreens. This is also a super lightweight moisturizer. It's not that heavy, greasy, thick cream. Maybe you have super dry skin and you want something a little bit heavier. I don't have it, but they're one that comes in a tub. I'll pop it up. It now comes with a pump, which I like. I typically don't like jar packaging, because I never like scooping my hands, even when my hands are clean. There's something gross about that to me. Even using a spatula, I just don't like it. So if you need something a little bit heavier, then I think you would really like that one. And this one in the tub is really good for all over your body as well. So now let's talk sunscreen. Usually I just cleanse my face, use my serums, slap on a little eye cream, and I move straight on to my sunscreen. But these are two of my absolute favorites from the drugstore. And again, I'm not talking about ones that you have to order online. These are things that you can literally walk into your Walgreens or your Walmart and you can pick these up. This is the newest one by CeraVe. Now, I have not seen this in Walmart yet. By the time this video goes up, maybe it will be there. This is the newest CeraVe tinted all mineral sunscreen, and it's an SPF 30, and it is a hydrating sunscreen. This is one I've been reaching for every single day. I am loving this sunscreen. This is great if you have oily skin, if you have normal skin, if you have acne prone skin, or even if you have dry skin. This is amazing because it is extremely hydrating. It's not heavy and greasy, but it's full of hydrating ingredients that will help plump up the skin and add that water in your skin. But then it's got ceramides in it again to help seal it all in. And if you want to know more details about this sunscreen, I have another video dedicated to this sunscreen that will probably answer almost every question that everyone has. Now let's talk about another sunscreen that I'm pretty excited about. This is one that is actually exclusive to Walmart. So don't go in CVS looking for this. This is one that you have to get at Walmart, or you can get it on their website if you do want to shop online. But again, I'm trying to show you products that you can walk into your store and pick up. This is one of the newest brands. I think this came out just a few months ago, and it's called Clean Beauty, and it's an SPF 30 mineral sunscreen. This stuff, of course, I'm like a 5-year-old. I cannot wait to get home to try on products, so I'm literally like ripping things open as I'm walking to the car. So as soon as I tried this on, I was blown away. This is an all mineral sunscreen, and I saw that it was white, and first thing I said was, oh darn, it's probably gonna be that white, thick looking sunscreen. But then when I rub it in, it's a clear zinc. So of course, you know, it looks white at first because I just put it on, but look at this, when it rubs in, this, let me just get close. I haven't even finished rubbing it in, but this is a clear zinc. I love this sunscreen. But I will say, if you have oily skin, you're probably not going to want to use it on your face. I don't like this on my face because it has shea butter in it. The ingredients in here are wonderful. But if you have dry skin or normal skin, I think that this is something you might want to look into. I think this is like $9 and it's what, 2 ounces. But on my husband's skin, he has dry skin. He doesn't, you know, I have to make him use skincare. But I put this on him right away. He's always my tester for someone with dry skin. This soaked into his skin. It didn't soak into my skin the way it did on his, but since he has dry skin, it was so beautiful on his skin. It was so smooth and beautiful, and it didn't look greasy. It didn't feel greasy on him, and of course there was no white cast, and he is a lot darker than I am. This doesn't have a bunch of fancy ingredients in it. This is just if you're looking for a straight up sunscreen that is really good for dry skin, that's not going to leave your skin heavy and greasy. Your skin is just going to feel like a baby's butt afterwards. Now, the reason I wanted to share it is because even though I have more normal to oily skin and I don't necessarily want to put this on my face, I use this every single day on my neck and on my chest. But you know, the skin on my neck and chest is a little bit different than the skin on my face, and I don't necessarily want to bring my tinted sunscreen all the way down my neck and chest because, you know, I don't want to get it on my clothes. But this is also going to go in my purse and be my new hand cream because this is such a beautiful moisturizer for your hands, but I'm getting that protection from the sun. Now let's quickly talk about your evening routine and what you can walk into your local Walmart or CVS or Walgreens, what you can pick up for your evening routine. If you use a sunscreen during the day or your makeup during the day or say your waterproof mascara, you want to get all of that off your face first before you cleanse your face. So I personally like to use a separate oil cleanser, but I don't really love the oil cleansers that are sold in most of the drugstores. I don't like some of the ingredients. A lot of people ask, do I have to do a separate oil cleanse? No, you don't. You could just honestly wash your face twice with your cleanser. Maybe once to make sure you get everything off and then wash it one more time, and I think that you're probably good to go. I'm not a huge fan of makeup wipes. You know, they come in handy like if I'm traveling or something. And a couple that I like from the drugstore to get the makeup off. This one right here, this is by Pond's. I mean, this is an oldie but a goodie. I think my grandma used to use this, but this is their cold cream makeup remover. Most everybody knows what Pond's cold cream does. This is one that you do need to follow up with the cleanser afterwards. So if you're only using this and then rinsing your face and you're done, I don't think that's a good idea. But this is a good one to use. It pretty much gets everything off my face, and then I always follow up with the face cleanser afterwards. This is one that my face actually feels nice afterwards, but again, I always follow up with a cleanser afterwards. So I'll use this one to get off any of this residue and anything that's kind of been left behind. But if you want something super cheap, this is just an oldie but a goodie. Also, this does have a smidge of fragrance. It's not super high up in the ingredient list, but there is a teeny bit of fragrance in it, which I'm not a huge fan of, but it's not enough to bother me at all. And again, you're washing it off afterwards, so it's not like you're leaving it on your face. Another one that I really like, this one by Garnier, this is their micellar water. Now this is their, I think this is their newer formula. It's an all-in-one makeup remover, cleanses, refreshes. It says that it's a no rinsing formula and then no harsh rubbing. And this has no oil in it, no alcohol, and no fragrance, which I really like. But I would still wash my face after using this. This is perfection to get off waterproof eye makeup. I'll just use one of my intrinsic facial pads, or you can just use a regular cotton pad that you get at the drugstore. And this pretty much takes everything off. But again, even though this says it's a no rinse formula, I still want to rinse all of this off. So I'm going to go in and use my cleanser afterwards. The next thing I will do in my evening routine after my face is clean, I will maybe use one of the hydrating serums that I just shared in the morning routine, or I will move on to my retinol step. Retinol is something that should be used in the evening only. This is a nice one by Olay Skincare. This is their Regenerist Retinol Night Serum, and this is a fragrance-free retinol. This is a nice evening serum to put on. It feels luxurious going on. It's like this nice, thicker, milky texture. It has niacinamide in it. This has peptides in it. And of course it has retinol in it. You know, the amount of retinol that's in this, I'm not sure the amount, but I'm sure it's pretty mild. So if you're new to skincare and you do want to introduce retinol to your skincare routine, this might be something nice that you would want to try that would be probably pretty gentle on your skin. Another one that I think you might really enjoy, this is the newest one by CeraVe, and this is their Resurfacing Retinol Serum. As with pretty much all CeraVe products, it has your niacinamide in it. This has 3 forms of ceramides in it, and it also has licorice, which is really good for brightening. I love the pump container. It's like an airless pump, and it just feels like a nice lightweight moisturizer. And this also feels really luxurious going on. Some nights when I use this, I don't even put a moisturizer on afterwards. This isn't heavy, it's nice lightweight, but it has such a nice slip to it, and it just gives such a pretty glow to the skin. So this is something nice to use in the evening if you're looking for a good over-the-counter retinol that's not irritating. So I don't usually use that on my face anymore because I do use prescription strength Retin-A. I've been using retinols and Retin-A for probably over 20 years. So something like that I do enjoy, but I don't notice major results on my skin since I've been using the highest strength of prescription Retin-A for so many years. But where I love that, now if you're new to skincare, you would probably really really like that. Do not go start out with Retin-A if you've never used retinols before. So if you're new to skincare, that's something that you might really enjoy using over the counter. But I like to use it on my neck and chest, because if you're someone who uses Retin-A but you still can't use it on your neck and chest because the skin is a lot, more delicate there, that's something that I like to put on my neck and chest and the backs of my hands every night. Now, if you've been using over-the-counter retinols for a while and you're saying, okay, I think it's time I can bump up to a stronger dose of retinol or Retin-A, but you don't want to go to the doctor yet. You don't want to pay to get the prescription for prescription strength Retin-A, but you do want something a little bit more intense for your skin because your skin is already adapted to retinols. Maybe this one right here, I'll pop it up. This is now over the counter. You can just walk in Walgreens or Walmart and pick this up. And this used to be via prescription only. This works pretty much the same as a Retin-A does. Of course, I still prefer Retin-A, but if you're wanting to get something that you can just walk into the drugstore and pick up that's a little more intense than just your basic over-the-counter retinols, you might really enjoy using this. And then after I use my retinol, I'm going to put an eye cream on again the same way I did in the morning. This is the one I've been reaching for because I love this stuff. And then I would put on the moisturizer, same moisturizer that I used in the morning. And again, if you need something a little more thicker, if your skin is a little more dry, the one in the tub is really, really good for your face and all over your body. And speaking of the body, I wanted to quickly share my absolute favorite body product. And this is not just my favorite at the drugstore. This is my favorite all around of any high-end, low-end body products I've ever tried. This one right here is by Amlactin. I have an entire video dedicated to this magical lotion. You use this stuff for 2 weeks, your skin is going to be so smooth. You're not going to have any dryness, no crepiness, no flakiness. Your skin is going to completely be transformed. The one I shared in the other video is the one in the green bottle. I still can't decide which one I like better. Honestly, I like them both. The one in the green bottle is the one I started using first. This one has ceramides in it, so this one's a little more luxurious feeling. It's a little more creamy, so this might be better for you if your skin is really dry. I usually just pick this up on Amazon because I can get it in a pack of 2, but you can just walk into Walgreens, walk into Walmart or CVS and pick this up. So that's pretty much it for your morning and your evening routine, but I just wanted to quickly show you a few other kind of fun, not necessary products, but products that you might like to try out from the drugstore. So if you have super oily skin, or say you have large pores or blackheads and you want a good face mask, my favorite face mask that you can just pick up. I think you can get this at Walmart. I think you can get it at Whole Foods. I just get mine on Amazon. But this is the Aztec Secret Indian Healing Clay. I've probably used this for 10 years. This big bottle right here, I've had this for over a year. This lasts me so long because I don't use this all over my face. It's a powder and it's a clay, and the instructions say to mix it with vinegar. I never do that. I just mix it with a little bit of water in my hand. And maybe if I'm wanting to do a mask at home, I'll just put a little bit on my T-zone or my nose. And I'm telling you, when you rinse this stuff up, don't rub it off. Just put some warm water or get in the shower and have the shower spraying lightly on you. When it rinses off, I mean, your pores are like super tight. Everything just looks really, really good. If you have dry skin, I wouldn't recommend using this because it's drying. I mean, it sucks everything out of your pores. If your lips are dry and crusty and you don't like the way they look under your lipstick, something that I like to do for fun. This is not a necessary step. This is a little sugar lip scrub. I think I got this at Walmart. This is by Eco Lips. It's non-GMO, and it's basically just sugar and an oil, and I think it just has like natural vanilla bean in it. This is not something that I would go crazy and like scrub your lips to death and make them raw. This is something I might use once every couple weeks. I don't use this that often, but when I do use it, I used it this morning, my lips are just so ridiculously soft. And then when I put my lipstick on for the day, my lipstick, I just love the way it looks because there's nothing dry or flaky on my lips. Another one that I like, I got this at Walgreens. This is by e.l.f. I think this has been around for a while, but this is so neat. This is like a hard lipstick and it's got brown sugar in it. Now you have to be really gentle with this. I mean, if you scrub super hard, it's going to be a little too irritating on your lips, but I just do it super light on my lips. I'll do it right now. And that's pretty much it. So I want to hear from you. Do you have any favorites from your drugstore? Now, I'm not talking about things that you have to go to Ulta or you have to online shop. I'm talking about your good old-fashioned Walgreens, CVS, Walmart, Sally Beauty, those type of drugstores. Is there anything in there that you absolutely love that's fragrance-free, that has great ingredients in it, that you wanted to recommend that I try or maybe anyone else tries? I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you are not subscribed to my channel but you would like to be, don't forget to look down below, tap on that subscribe button. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day.